Good afternoon. My name's Jake Gronowski. I'm the principal and founder of 12 South Advisory here in Nashville, Tennessee. Thanks for joining us today. If you're joining us live, if not, we'll be sending this a recorded copy of this Facebook Live out to all of those that are on our email newsletter. So this week's topic in our Facebook Live series is financial decisions that separate $1 million companies from $10 million businesses. So yeah, just a high level comparison here. $1 million businesses, there's certainly no right or wrong, of course. A business has to start somewhere, and $1 million business, as an example, is a very good sized business, but certainly much different from a $10 million business when generating that much revenue. $1 million businesses are often focusing on the past. They employ a bookkeeper or an accountant who looks at the past and does the tax return and might not focus on the future, of course. They ask questions like, how much is in the bank account, in the savings account? How much will we have to pay in tax? And they don't always consider quarterly estimated tax payments as well. $10 million businesses focus on, they have more of a forward-thinking mindset. They're looking at financial dashboards, cash flow forecasting, things like that, profitability of products and services, um, hiring trends as well, and whether or not it's financially healthy for the business to hire on that extra manager or director level person. So yeah, we're gonna do things a little bit different here this time. I've got a ladder here. We're gonna compare the two businesses based on five different rungs in the ladder. But yeah, differences are usually in a $1 million business compared to a $10 million business is rarely hostile. Once again, a $1 million business, it's oftentimes made up of a few, you know, key level employees, oftentimes owners of the business, and they're putting their whole heart and soul into it. Some businesses like to stay at that $1 million size or even $2 million. Others are looking to double and triple in growth. Um, and those larger businesses typically um, utilize more financial decision making. So rung number one, financial survival. So a $1 million business, they're oftentimes, like we talked about in the past, or just in the previous few slides, they're often more reactive instead of proactive. The owner decides everything. Oftentimes it's a disregarded entity, also known as a single member LLC. They base decisions on the current bank account. Oftentimes it's just that one bank account, no investments invested. A $10 million business, on the other hand, they're more data driven based on data that their, financial team may provide to them, whether it's their outsourced CPA or even in-house accounting and finance team. More FP&A, financial planning and analysis, is going into it, cash flow forecasting, and they also consult their CPA or fractional CFO more regularly, hold regular meetings on the calendar instead of just holding one meeting at tax time and that's it. So rung number two is owner compensation. Um, Smaller businesses oftentimes have inconsistent owner draws. So depending on how they're set up, it's better to have, for example, if they're a LLC, filing taxes as an S corp, it's better to have like consistent, thought out owner draws rather than just taking out money when it's needed or whatever. If you do take out money, it's oftentimes best to document it. Always, yep. Equity is not tracked. For example, like a owner waterfall, if it's a multi-level business owner structure, it's best to have, the smaller ones aren't going to have, their equity percentages by owner kind of outlined as well. A $10 million business might have more clear and documented processes as well as documented compensation. An equity waterfall, of course, is present, which as well as owner distributions are more intentional. Rung number three is the team. A $1 million business or a smaller business, they often delay hiring until the very last minute, and oftentimes they are dependent on growth. So the smaller companies are oftentimes eager to take on every single job um, that they bid on. Not all jobs are going to be profitable as others, so sometimes it's best to consult with your fractional CFO who has that job costing experience and can explain, um, the differences and or what goes into, you know, everything from overhead to direct materials, direct labor, things like that. Factor that into the decision making in whether you should take on a job or not. So yeah, a $10 million business oftentimes makes more owner or the owner makes more strategic decisions and he's going to consult with his team. He's not just going to be the only one making decisions. Oftentimes, an owner might see something or he might see a scenario a different way compared to someone with a different set of eyes. So it's good to make team decisions especially when you're a larger company like a $10 million business. Wrong number four is reading the numbers. Um, Oftentimes, smaller companies make guesstimates and they want to just win all the work that they can or everything that they've been on they want to win, but it's not necessarily good work. Um, so a $10 million business, they'll walk away from projects if they don't think they're going to be profitable. Um, It's all about return on investment ROI, which is, your income divided by investment. So yeah, a larger $10 million business, of course, is going to have a regular, a fractional CFO who's going to, detail, a financial dashboard for them, create a financial dashboard and go over it regularly with the owners monthly. Things like target margins and contribution margin, which is sales price minus variable expenses. So that's your contribution margin. So the last rung, of course, is scalable growth. Oftentimes, growth is equal stress within a smaller organization, whereas a larger organization, predictable growth is often in the cards. Processes are more streamlined, as well as decisions can be made quicker because they have the data to back it up, quicker reaction time. So yeah, just to recap, like I said earlier, there's no right or wrong. If $1 million businesses, small businesses are the backbone of America. So anyone that's running a business, I certainly tip my hat to them. Um, but if you're looking to scale and grow your business, maybe take some of these what we discussed today into consideration and you know obviously, you need a CPA like myself on your team, and yeah. That's all we have for today. Feel free to connect with us on the social media. Jake Gronowski CPA on Facebook, and then 12 South CPA on Instagram. We're also on LinkedIn as well. Yeah, book your discovery call today, and let's get you set up to know exactly what your numbers are in your financial statements. Thank you.